And welcome back to Old News, where we'll be talking about one of my favorite and most incredible video gaming series of all time. What's the game? Well, if you guess it in 3 tries, I'll give you a treat. Putin versus ISIS? No. But close. Tetris? What are you, some kind of funny guy? Some kind of prankster? You wanna make me look bad? Pull the rug out from under my feet on my own show so I look bad, huh? You wanna make me cry online so mass multitudes of people make fun of me? Like some kid who pooped his pants in middle school? Huh? Is that what you want? Well, yes, I admit that the visualization is very funny, but I'm not gonna do that. Tell you what, come here. You wanna report old news? That's right, no you can't. Because you're just a lifeless camera sitting there. That's right, you're a piece of Oh, yes, your final guess. Go ahead. Oh, yes, it is the legend of that hero guy whose name isn't even in the title of his own game for some reason. Your prize is this.
Don't leave man children in your office.
Oh yeah, for any of you cellar dwellers who don't know what Legend of Zelda is, it's a game series made by Makoto Shishio about a boy, a sword, and Makar. They are considered some of the finest action-adventure games in the history of gaming, and the reviews certainly back it up. These games always manage to deliver. I mean, look at this shit, that shit, this piece of shit. Hell, they even made Link's Crossbow Training, a promotional game for the Wii Bug Zapper. Entertaining. However, sometimes the greatest things in life come at a cost, and Nintendo is no exception to this. What I'm about to show you is not meant for mortal eyes. But you can see the first half of it right here. I'm sorry, too slow. It's actually right here. I don't want to do this, Luch. I don't want to do this.
Oh my god, is that a ghost?
Yes, I'm a spooky ghost.
Yes, it looks like there's quite a lot of them, maybe 1,000. Let's fight them. Quick, Melissa McCarthy, please save us.
Josh, I got pranked by the great Deku Tree before he died, and he gave me the Super Ghostbusters movie instead of the Hero of Time movie. Josh, my life's a mess. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, that's cool, funny Keane, whatever.
Josh, that's not funny! I have diabetes and I really need to cure it!
Oh yeah, like Nick Jonas.
Don't bring Nick into this.
What do you need from me, Keane?
Well, the Hero of Time movie cost like 500 rupees, and when I went to go check the YouTube revenue, YouTube apparently said that my content wasn't family friendly enough.
Family friendly? What is that, incest?
I don't know, man, but I'm not into that type of stuff. So I need to deposit those root beer cans so I can get a fat stash of cash.
Oh, sorry, Keane. No can do. Working on some Barks root beer armor.
Josh, that is way too awesome. No, you're totally right. That is way more important than my diabetes. But what am I gonna do? I don't have any money for this Hero of Time movie.
Well, Keane, what we need is a
Sugar daddy.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Hello, is this come on, kid, you know that the camera gives me speech impediments.
Come on, Josh. Sugar daddies like it when you record this type of stuff. Now keep going.
I'm gonna hang up now.
No. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Sorry, that was my associate. He doesn't know how to handle matters of this caliber, if you catch my drift.
Drift? No, I don't get your drift. Listen, am I in trouble?
He has a punishment fetish, just roll with it.
Yes, you are in very big trouble.
Trouble? No, I haven't done anything wrong. What do you want from me?
You see, we work in the business of favors. You do us a favor, and we do you a favor.
It's the mafia.
Tell him we're family friendly. Maybe he's into that.
We have a very close family, if you know what I'm getting at, and we'd like to make you a part of it.
Listen to me. I don't want any part of your business. Just please leave me alone.
I don't think you understand what I'm getting at, so let me make it clear. We need money, and we're willing to do whatever we need to get that money. Understand?
My baby!
How much do you want?
I don't know, like a couple bucks or
How
something?
much do you want?
We'll take it up!
Wow, that was extremely generous of him. He gave us all that money and didn't ask for anything in return.
Well, that's how you know you found yourself a good sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's kind of weird, though, how family-friendly has become such a big thing on YouTube. 3 months in a coma really changes things, I guess.
Well, the world's a fucked up place, but you know what they say. Incest is wincest.
Oh, shoot, that's the laugh track. Josh, you gotta get out. I'm recording the news.
It's time for Old News with your host, Keane Decker. Yes, he's a real news anchor. He has a name tag.
Nintendo started out in the late 1800s as a card company. Yes, a card company. No, not a I win the battle, lose on a technicality, get sent to the Shadow Realm kind of card company. No, they used to make beautiful custom art design cards and even license out some of Disney's most popular characters. However, while their card endeavor proved to be successful, they realized that the entertainment industry was a vast and ever-growing market that was begging to be tapped into. While still making cards, they began making toys, and then finally, video games. And no other man was at the forefront of this business venture than the legend himself, Shigeru Miyamoto. Nintendo's first real attempts at breaking into the video game industry came through arcade games. In the beginning, their attempts were met with meager success, but like a villain from a suspense movie, they kept coming back over and over and over again. In 1979, Nintendo released Radar Scope, a space arcade shooter that, while having really great success in Japan, did not really do all that well in the US. It sold about 1,000 of its 3,000 produced, and was met with really average reviews. Ho hum boo hoo, take the loss and try again some other day, right? No, wrong. Miyamoto strikes out of nowhere like an abusive stepfather and delivers Donkey Kong, an arcade game heavily inspired by the characters in Popeye. Nintendo makes millions, and Miyamoto starts himself a very fruitful video game designing career. Why is any of this important? Because Miyamoto didn't just make Donkey Kong and then sit on his hands like the next abductee in line to get probed by aliens. He went on to make several other bangers and save Nintendo from tight situation time and time again. However, out of all these beautiful titles, none of them strike me quite as much as The Legend of Zelda, a game that was heavily inspired by Miyamoto's adventures as a kid in Japan. It was beautiful, it was daring, and most importantly, it was original. Now, that's not to say Mario lacks in the innovation department, even in the slightest. In fact, Mario was a huge pioneer in terms of platforming and even abstract 3D environments. However, something about Zelda just felt personal. Playing as a blank slate character who has nothing to bank on other than a destiny and a hell of a lot of courage, I think that's what really resonates with me and a lot of others who love the franchise so much. You can see a little shred of yourself in Link. The Legend of Zelda has been around for a very, very long time. The first Zelda was made in 1986 for the Famicom Disk System, and they're still making games for it to today. That's a really, really long time to be making games, whilst finding new and innovative ways to make it fun for the fans of the franchise. Oh, don't mind that. That's the residue of something that was once great that has since been abandoned by various studios who can't maintain making an interesting story from year to year. Oh, no, just leave it. I'm sure some other big-name company will pick it up after a while. And if not, I'm sure some zombies or another battle royale will turn things around. No company goes without its individual problems, though, and Nintendo is no exception. The 1990s proved to be a turning point in terms of gaming. CDs were becoming vastly more popular than their cartridge counterparts due to the amount of data that you could store on them and how easy it was to mass produce. Nintendo and Sony were in the talks for a very long time to produce a Sony-made Nintendo console that could play both cartridges and CDs. However, the deal went belly side up when Nintendo figured out how lopsided the contract was. You see, Sony would retain all licensing for any games that were made on the CDs and make a very, very large portion of the money. And this is the lowest that Legend of Zelda would reach as a series.
I hope you find everything to be to your liking. I will announce it tomorrow at the Consumer Electronics Show, Nintendo. Beautiful job, Sony. It looks really good. But I did look over the contract to see that you do have all the licensing controls over the CD portion of the console.
I told you, greedy little Nintendo, no more money! No more money!
Okay. But in the future, rewrite Crash Bandicoot. Her? That funny little fox boy you've been hiding in your vault. Rewrite Crash Bandicoot. What? No, you cannot. He's not even fox, he's Bandicoot. What are you doing? That is the noise he makes. How does he know that? That is little importance to you, Sony. Just give me Crash. No, fuck you. No, fuck you. You know I'm just kidding. I love you. I really do. I love you too. Now give me Crash. No. Fuck you! I announce console tomorrow, now leave me alone! Sonny of a bitch!
Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Asian man got a wonderful, awful idea.
Yes, I'm the American guy apparently. What may I help you with as I fiddle myself with one hand and speak to you in a monotone with my voice?
Yes, and it is me, that Asian guy. I need to talk to you, Mr. President of Nintendo of America.
Well, we're talking right now, right?
No, I need to talk to you in Europe. That's how...
There's a fly in my room. Give me 1 second. I'll call you right back. Gross.
That is how the reenactment actually goes.
Now, I didn't want to tell you this because it would break this entire act that we've got going on here, but I'm in Europe already, so we could probably save you spending money on a flight and just talk now.
Unacceptable.
Blah da da da, blah ba da, blah ba da da, blah ba la la la, blah ba ba, zabadoo, da ba ba da, ba da ba da, ba da da da.
Hello, it's me.
Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong here, but did you fly all the way over to Europe just to make another call with me?
No.
If you're not in Europe, then why the fuck is Big Ben right behind you?
It is funny tower, I like it, it's good. Okay, listen, we need to back out of our deal with Sony and join up with their biggest rival, Philips.
Now that sounds really fishy. Why on earth would we want to do that?
Well, good reason. They will take all the money, and they won't give me Crash Bandicoot.
Absolutely understandable. I'm kind of right with you there. Even if you are gonna win.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Hello, it is I, the Dutch guy.
Hello, yes, it is me, the Asian guy. I would like to make a deal with you.
Great! You let us use some of your characters then?
Oh yes, of course, of course. And you will make us a console that can play both discs and cartridges?
Probably not.
Perfect. Okay, thank you, goodbye. Yes, we did it. Big Ben, give me the pounds. Okay, enough of that. Oh, here we go. Hello, Sony.
Yes, that is me.
Fuck you! I signed deal with Philips to make console for us instead!
Second right now. Is this prank car? Am I on candid camera? No.
Why would you do that? We announced console already!
Sorry to crash your plans, Sony, but it seems Nintendo will be making out like a bandicoot today.
Ha ha ha! You think you're so funny, Nintendo? Well, we already knew you would do this. We knew right from the start. We made presentation regardless of your treason just to make you look bad. You real pay, Nintendo. You real pay. Oh, also, before I forget...
There's a kid in the future. His name is Keane Decker. Very funny boy. Makes great online videos. Has a little Let's Play channel called the Video Street Bros. Please check them out.
Give them lots of Nintendo. Yes, give them lots of Nintendo games in the future. And give them autograph from future President Reggie. Okay, yeah, that's all Nintendo. I'm gonna let you go now. Okay, bye. Lots of love. Okay. Oh! Okay.
That was a lot.
I am like sweating under this thing. Do you think they bought that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? That last part is my favorite part. But yes, Nintendo backed out of their deal with Sony and joined up with their biggest competitor, Philips. Philips, however, had no idea what they were doing in terms of games. Oh, at all. What does this have to do with Zelda? Well, in return for making Nintendo a console, Philips would be gifted 5 of Nintendo's characters for licensing in their games. And while they probably took a little creative liberty with this, they ended up choosing Link and Zelda as 2 of these characters, thus giving birth to 3 of the most infamous games of all time. Link the Faces of Evil.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Zelda the Wand of Gamelon.
What if something happens to you?
And Zelda's Adventure. These games are acknowledged to be some of the worst of all time. Hell, they can't even be considered a black sheep of the series. They're more so like the red-headed stepchild of the black sheep, who was so ashamed with himself that he dyed himself white, but butchered it so badly that it ended up looking like Whistler's mother! After Mr. Bean sneezed on it and shit! First, we start with Link, the Faces of Evil, and Zelda the Wand of Gamelon. These games were developed by Animation Magic, a team led by Dale D. Sharon, former teacher and now game designer. The concept of making a Zelda game in itself was very simple. The execution, though, well, that was quite the different story. Hey, Dale, the brony, what's up, my homie? How are you doing? You're looking very, very good. Have you been eating?
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, everything's been pretty good. I've been on this new low-carb diet. That seems to
That's my guy. Eating's good for you. All right, shut up. I don't have time. We have to talk about some things, some very important news for you and me.
Oh, okay.
You are gonna be making us the next Legend of Zelda game, baby!
Oh, wow. My kid is a huge fan of Zelda. I can't wait to start making Octoroks and Wallmasters and Lionels.
Oh, Dale, oopsie doopsie. Forgot to tell you this a little bit earlier, but we only got licensing rights to a couple of the Zelda characters. We only got Zelda and Link, so if you could make the same enemies, but like a little different.
Different, sir?
Yeah, like dinosaurs, man. I don't know. Just don't get me in trouble. Also, no top-down gaming. We want this to be the perfect match for the CDI's next-gen graphics and capabilities.
Oh, wow. Sounds like you guys are going all out. That's great. We're going to be making one hell of a game. How much do we have for a budget?
After hashing it out with the boys over some caviar and fine wine, we decided to give you a budget of $600,000!
Alright, that's doable.
For both games. Also, you got 1 year to finish them both. Don't mess it up, you're fired. Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's right. Dale had 1 year and $600,000 to make a game good enough to run by Nintendo and Philips both. Not only that, the CDI had plenty of compatibility problems that made it a pain in the butt to develop for. Not speaking that it also ran about as fast as a pregnant cow that had been tipped over the night before. But that didn't stop him. Due to budgeting problems, he had to find cheap animators, and where else to find cheap animators than beginning animators in a foreign country? Through a friend, he found 6 Russian animators, flew them over to America, put them up in an apartment, and said, have at it. The result was a thing of pure beauty. And beast. Mostly beast. I mean, look, you got Wall Masters, Moblins, the ums from Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, but with testicle faces.
Lucky shot! Golly!
I feel like I'm playing an interactive bootleg Bible game, not a Zelda title. How did they get away with these terrifying animations, you ask? Well, the answer is simple. Nintendo only cared about the design of Link and Zelda. Up until this point, Zelda hadn't really been blown up on the full screen. You didn't delve into cutscenes or full motion video. Other than the non-canon 1989 Zelda series, I mean if you really count that. So, Nintendo probably looked at this and said, yeah, sure, whatever, why not? One of the main problems people had with the game is it was very difficult to navigate the story due to copious amounts of fetch questing and backtracking. Oh, cool, Moblins. Not cool. Moblins can throw javelins diagonally on a 2D plane. Oh, cool, a lantern. I'm dead. Oh, cool, a lantern. Not cool. I can't use the lantern without any oil. Let's go find some oil. Oh, look, some oil. Sorry, Zelda, it costs 5 rubies!
You'll have to wipe out a few more gorillas to get that.
Kill some enemies, get some rubies, buy oil, go to room, use oil, kill enemies. Sorry, you need rope. Kill enemies, I'm dead. Kill enemies, buy rope, get oil, go to room, kill enemies, get key. Finally. I can't wait to see where this goes.
Those darn Moblin have eaten everything. I'd give anything for an Arpago's egg.
Fetch quest! And none of this would have been a problem, of course, if the controllers weren't glorified PowerPoint presentation remotes.
Long gone are the times of revolutionary controls. Motion controls, no. Perfectly fitting controllers with reasonable input, no. VR out of the question. You'll get this bad boy. Yes, I. To use it, you, and to move, you, am I holding it correctly? It looks so wrong, but it feels so right.
I wonder what happened to Link.
Oh, he was a bore anyway.
Stop looking at yourself.
What happened?
Nothing, Link. We were just about to have a feast.
Great!
Perfect. Not taking the hint that making another Zelda for the CDI was the equivalent of hiring drunken clowns for your child's birthday party, Philips decided to give it another go, this time with a different studio. However, they gave the studio another low budget to work with, and what can I say other than, what did you expect? You morons. Vēde, seeing the failure of the last 2 games, decided to go with the classic top-down view gameplay that all Zelda gamers knew and loved. Except, instead of beautiful colors, interesting enemies, and detailed sprites, we get a photo landscape dipped in hydrochloric acid with shrimp enemies and... what is that, a rolling cabbage head? I mean, I know I haven't heard from the Cabbage Patch Kids in a while, but I didn't know they fell down a well, broke their limbs, and were injected with the T-virus. According to this article, one issue was the top-down motion capture necessary to record all the human characters, as Vēde could not afford to rent a studio. The team instead resorted to hanging a mirror on the office ceiling and having a camera on the floor point up and record the actors. The human characters were played by the in-office staff. The walking animations were achieved by having actors walk on a motorized treadmill. I mean, I feel genuinely bad for the studios that made these games. They did the best they could while facing impossible tasks. Philips made conscious bad decisions, gave low budgets, and they had to develop a game for a console that should have probably not even existed. But enough of the bad, enough of the sad. I want to give you an example as to why Zelda is one of the greatest gaming series of all time. Majora's Mask, a game that should have followed the same terrible fate as its non-canon Philips games before it. Majora's Mask came about after Ocarina of Time's bombastic release. After 4 years in development, Shigeru Miyamoto and his team created an absolute monster of a game with great storytelling, cool temples, and the feeling that no matter where you went, there was always something important you could do. This game still goes down in history as one of the greatest of all time, and for very good reason. After seeing how well the game was received, Shigeru wanted to make a spin-off game where he could keep the plot the same and change around the dungeons to present the players with a new challenge. Lead dungeon designer Eiji Aonuma said hell no! He wanted to make his own game because he had already crafted the perfect temples for Ocarina of Time. There was no reason for them to just rehash it. It'd be like serving a leftover steak from a week ago but sprinkled on with seasoning and caked on with steak sauce. It can't and wouldn't be as good as what it was originally, and it would leave a bad taste in the player's mouth. Shigeru said sure, you have 1 year to make a worthy sequel of Ocarina of Time. He did better. The game starts out with Link on his horse in search of Navi, who at the end of Ocarina of Time had left him. He gets robbed blind by the main antagonist of the game, the Skull Kid, who, for lack of better terms, is the Macaulay Culkin of the Zelda series. He always plays pranks on people and creates mischief in somewhat harmless ways. You know, that is until he steals Majora's Mask, an artifact that was made by an ancient tribe for uses of torture and bewitching. What's that? Yeah, we're still playing a Zelda game. The basis of time travel in the 3-day cycle is what the entire game revolves around. The idea of repeating tasks over and over again in this manner was the idea of Yoshiaki Koizumi, who became the second half of Majora's Mask's creation. Yoshiaki would create time travel properties and events that would transpire inside of Clock Town, and Eiji would create the environment and temples outside of Clock Town. The two worked relentlessly hard on this project, even dragging nightmares and personal events into the game's inspiration. A good example can be seen with the Andrew and Cafe's side quest. The idea of having a wedding on the day of the world ending was thanks to the team visiting South Korea for a co-worker's wedding. It was during a time that North Korea was doing missile testing. The idea of having a wedding, a serene and beautiful event amidst the horrid nature of bombing, was an idea that struck a huge resonance with the designers. What if you, as the player, experienced not your emotions and views towards the world ending, but rather the people in the world around you? The way they program NPCs dealing with death is bar none the best thing I've seen in gaming. You learn the ins and outs of each character, what they do, when they do it, where they do it in the span of 3 days. Many of them have problems that you can remedy through side quests, which presents the perfect balancing mechanism for the game. Why only save the Earth when the people who inhabit it are still in misery? And why help them with their problems if you're not going to save the Earth and let them truly cherish their lives in the future? This creates an environment for which the player wants to do side quests as a main story function. It's not just about completing the hero's quest and getting to the end of the game, it's the journey along the way and the people that you meet that make it conclusive enough to want to end. This is something that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild attempts to do, but falls short on in my opinion. Sorry, game's awesome, very cool experience, but the NPCs and the side quests surrounding them suck ass. The best part of Majora's Mask is the fact that not everything has a happy ending just because you try hard to achieve it. A great example of this is the Deku Butler and his son. Like I said earlier, at the beginning of the game, you are cursed to take the form of a Deku scrub. Along your path to Clock Town, you come across a hideous and deformed tree that is described as looking like you, and looks like it could start crying at any moment. How sad. Later, you learn that the transformative masks you acquire are the remnant souls of the people who once inhabited that form. This can be seen with the Goron, Zora, and Fierce Deity mask. That only leaves the... As you traverse the game, you come across the Deku Butler, who you race to acquire the Mask of Sense. At the end of the race, the Butler apologizes for going so fast. He only did so because you look to resemble his son, who had disappeared and not come back for quite some time. That's when the real kicker comes in. At the end of the game, during the credits, you see several people you help along the way, and their happy lives post the world saving. That is, until the very end of the credits. In the moments before you see Link riding off into the distance, you get to see a couple-second glimpse of the Deku Butler kneeling before the withered tree, his dead son, in remorse. The Skull Kid had not only murdered the Deku Butler's son, but the mask you wear is the remnants of his departed soul. Majora's Mask does not need to be blatant or attempt to be dark. It is the master of subtlety and good storytelling, and that is why it's my favorite game of all time. Wow, that was so nice. We reported the news without any conspiracy theories, fighting, or hair pulling. Well, I guess that means I'll see you guys later.
Amazon! Package from Amazon! Says it's from a Mr. Billow. Alright. Mr. Bill O'Reilly.
Thank God. I'm a homeless man.
The hell?
Oh man, it's just a bagel. No, it's the stupid fan-made Zelda movie. Hey, how about you boys join me to make this review a little less tedious?
Yeah, dude, let me call my boss quickly.
Oh, right, I forgot you're working right now. No, dude, don't worry about it, it's totally fine.
Hey, boss? Yeah, I quit. Haha, bet you didn't see that one coming. You smell like New Jersey. On a bad day. Power to the working man!
Yeah!
Woo!
Oh boy.
Oh boy. We last left off with the hero of time taking the Master Sword out of its pedestal and arriving at Berkeley Mansion, to which Link turns around and says, "Oh my god, I'm in the wrong franchise, take me back to the past." He is then confronted by the Sage of Time, who gives Link the lowdown of 2 minutes of everything that's been happening in the past 5 years since he's been gone.
Sage of Time? More like Sage of Exposition, huh?
That was really good, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's that? I'm looking for a place of shelter. You're not welcome here. I pay my taxes for this land. I work hard and earn my land for my family.
You give him shelter, you privileged son of a bitch. Saying you pay your taxes isn't a justification for not helping the hero of time.
Chill, dude, chill. Drink some of your juice. Happy juice.
Freeze like juice.
Freeze likes juice. You good? You good, buddy? Oh. Oh.
You know, I used to be an adventurer too back in my day. Except I used to wear skunk pelts and jump out of the bushes to scare children.
You are not staying at my house tonight.
When I was a child, I used to walk to school with my friends. I had my hamster and those clear little ball roly things I used for small pets. And there was this old man, and he used to jump out at us and scare us. He covered in skunk pelts, And he smelled so bad. And then one day, I took my hamster.
How's Bubbles doing these days?
You son of a bitch!
From here, Talon brings Link into his house, revealing that he's very good at interrupting people.
That's enough, dear.
And explains that since Ganondorf took over, he can't make any money because of totalitarianism. And, you know, hey, they murdered his daughter Malin too.
I lost my firstborn the night that Lord Ganondorf overthrew the kingdom of the savage men from the desert. Oh, my dear mom.
Hooray for plot devices!
And what hurts the most, she will never be avenged. Ganondorf will go unpunished.
I'm sorry, between the acting and that face alone, it gets me every time. Okay. Just in case you thought Malin was probably alive, they show you 100% that she's dead in Link's dreams in the next scene.
Plot devices.
In the morning, Link comes across two medieval frat boys playing the world's most aggressive and one-sided game of tag with Talon's wife and child. Well, he watches.
Oh yeah! Roleplay, baby! Yeah!
Link doesn't seem to get the memo and begins ruthlessly murdering these men. You know, like he does frequently in Ocarina of Time. The game that this movie is based off of!
That's not how you wear chainmail.
He's laughing. That is the face of a man that he knows he's about to kill someone. Oh.
What? Why did you get rid of your only hostage?
He just completely made himself vulnerable. What the fuck?
Oh no. No. Oh, fuck you.
Get the fuck out. Get the absolute.
Did the fucking blood splatter like half a mile?
20 yards away. Shortly after this, Link runs into Zelda, who becomes very passive-aggressive after he doesn't recognize her through her crafty disguise.
What's your business here in Kakariko?
Looking for a friend of mine.
She's gone. Where were you when she needed you? Princess Zelda, she was hunted for years. What can you do now? She trusted you!
I didn't know!
Then Link, out of desperation and confusion, does possibly one of the strangest things I think I've ever seen someone do.
It's not too late. Help me.
Now, Link. That's no way to approach a woman for help. A man, however. Could you grab me a beer? Sweetie.
Keane?
Yeah, what's up?
I love you. I love you as a friend, I really do. But, if that homeless weirdo touches me again, I'm going to fucking kill him. I'm gonna break his neck!
Alright, yeah, no, you gotta... No more touching, okay? We're good, we're good. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Sweetie.
Just when things can't get any more strange, yes, they add Gorons.
If you haven't guessed by now, I'm a Goron. I'm a Goron!
Link saves Darunia from falling rocks. You know, things that Gorons eat. All the time. They're really invulnerable to it. But I digress, you know, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
This is the way my people show their love and their kindness to each other.
Yada yada yada, Link cuts his Goron friend's hand open. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada.
I am the Sage of Fire, guarding the spirit of all things aflame. And you are...
Roused!
The movie then goes into montage mode showing Link fighting various enemies from Ocarina of Time. You know, like giant mobile Octorok, Pose, whatever the hell this thing is.
What the fuck?
You got the one black guy.
Oh my god, come on.
That is POC. I'm pretty sure that's a POC abuse. And then the children, of
They
course.
are really fucking those women up.
They're punching people of color and children.
As Link and Zelda break into Ganon's fortress, there aren't any real surprises. Lots of wishy-washy fight scenes, Link and Ganon fight, you know, the usual thing you would expect out of a fan-made Zelda movie. I guess that is until former League of Legends pro athlete XPeke decides to backdoor Link and gets his fucking head cut off! It's alright though, because before Link can die, he's sent back to the past like Samurai Jack. But you know, not before Zelda reveals her true self to him. For whatever reason. Finally.
And the perfect prince. For an ashamed princess.
I knew it was her all along. I did.
And we're left with a we only had enough budget for this one take ending scene.
That's it! I finally did it! My diabetes is diabetes done!
Yeah! We got through that! I knew who she was. I knew who she was. I did. No. But we did it, boy! We did it! Yeah! We got through that whole thing! It was fun! You really smell. I don't know how baths work. Running water's a thing. What? How is You're disgusting. It doesn't have legs. Whatever. Aw, you're just a cute little sock puppet.
Oh god! His small intestine! He's wrapping it around himself like licorice! Oh my god! Oh, jeez! Jesus fucking... How does he bend like that? Who are you?
Phillips, you buffoon.
What?
I've spent all my life living in the shadow of giants. Working with Sony only to be betrayed. Working with Nintendo only to be used. No more, I said. If the giants wish to tower over me, then I will cut them down by the ankles to kneel them to an even playing field. The execution? Well, it was really quite simple. I commissioned the world's greatest engineers and developers, brilliant minds, to wirelessly connect me to every Philips CDI around the world. The endless supply of mediocre chips throughout every CDI model fuels my body with divine energy, strong enough to reach into the center of the earth itself and snuff out its core like a candle wick. What I performed on your pathetic little friend over there was a trillionth of 1% of my power. However, I realized that power wasn't enough. I wanted to destroy my competitors from the inside out, so that they knew our pain and suffering. We started with a form that no one would expect. A cute little sock puppet, resembling everyone's beloved Link. I was sent in a neat little package to the head of Nintendo himself, Reggie. And just like that, I kidnapped the royalty of Nintendo's kingdom and replaced him with Bowser. Ironic, isn't it? They will crumble from the inside out and I won't have to do a thing. Then just for kicks, I sent myself over to Sony and stole Crash Bandicoot. I've taken Nintendo, Sony, and now I think I'll end it with Nintendo's biggest fanboy.
I knew Reggie would never voluntarily step down! You monster! I'll make you pay for this!
Yeah, and I'm gonna make you pay too, because I'm kind of bad of a job.
Yeah!
Yeah!
He took all my kernels.
Yeah! Alright guys, we're starting off at full power here. We ain't holding nothing back. Cause everybody knows, if you die in the movies, you die in real life.
pocket. Magic missile. Clack, clack, clack. I'm ready for an attack. Oh, Jitsu!
Earthquake!
I know what to do. Now. Oh, take me back! Take me back! I've just a thing for you. Get away from me! Don't touch me! Oh, fuck's sake! Come on! You take this thing! I object! I got an attack that'll be sure to knock him dead. Whoopsie! Excuse me, sir. Could you please pick up my speed?
Oh, yeah, just so.
Riptide! Tidal wave! Oh god, this is impossible. We can't beat him like this, he's too strong. We're just gonna have to use the boat. Let's just bum rush him! Okay. Agreed.
Keane? I've lost my sword. Oh my.
Let's see how well you monkeys survive in the mirror realm. Dance, dance, dance!
Brunswick? Brunswick? Where are we?
Worry not. It'll be over soon. Propetitor!
Hey guys! Huh.
Did you see that? The best marksman in the Kentucky Rifle!
Oh, thank you so much.
Of course, you're all right, lad.
That thing was gonna kill me.
Oh, yes, you were losing quite badly.
But Puppet hopped off of my hand and landed freezes.
Oh, right. Homeless man. I'll shoot him.
No! Oh, don't shoot him.
Why?
Because you already stabbed him.
It worked.
Yeah, well, you're right, it did work. But you're missing the point. It's gonna hop off of his hand and onto one of our hands, like mine. You're just gonna shrug at me?
Wait.
Or yours?
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. That's so unhygienic. And you know how my hands is Right, stupid me. These are the shackles of eternity. I'll not put my finger in there. What happens with these is you put them on someone, right? And And by the way, this was from the Aztecs, so you know it works. You put someone's hand on this one, and they have trapped themselves inside of the Aether for the rest of the time. My God, Brunswick, that's amazing! I know! It's absolutely incredible! But what's the drawback? Right! The other set, that's for the person you're sacrificing. And it can't be the prisoner's life force, has to be someone else.
Now, Brunswick, that sounds like to me a huge cop-out.
Well, yes, there's no way we could beat him. Not at all, actually.
Yeah, we didn't fare well at all. That was horrible.
Right, so, put it on.
No. Me?
Well, yes, you're the hero of the story. Go on.
No, I may be the hero, but I got a show to do.
That is right. I'd like to be on it again.
Don't shackle me, and you can come back on the show anytime you want.
Really? That sounds wonderful. All right, I'm in.
But who does that leave?
Well,
homeless man.
We're gonna take over the world, you and me, little buddy.
Freeze.
What are you doing?
Just giving you these special bracelets.
Last time I got special bracelets, I lost a kidney.
Well, these don't take your kidney, they make you a better sword fighter.
That sounds like communist propaganda.
Questionable at best, but you can trust us, we're your friends.
And they're imbued.
You stabbed me.
He stabbed you,
but he didn't.
Never do anything to you.
Absolutely.
Just
I don't want. No, my friends. No,
I'm sociopath.
Everyone's my friends.
Don't make me do this. Put it on.
I will bad touch.
Put it on. Quickly. Hurry up. It's on. Come on. Go. I don't know the words. You don't forget the words.
Google. He's waking up. He's trying to get his hand back inside.
All right.
Fred, no, you don't.
Spibbity boop.
No.
Idly doop.
No.
Something. Benedict.
He's gone. And the puppet too.
They're both gone.
Oh, yes, we did it.
We did it.
Good
I didn't even know the words.
Yeah, that was some good improv.
I didn't even find anything on Google. I just guessed. I don't think it needed words.
Well, we got rid of the homeless man, and you know what I say we do?
What?
I say we drink his booze.
Look at this.
Narrcost. I know this is a lot to ask, but please, for the love of God,
Okay, that's wicked. Narrcost, I know it's a lot of ass, but please, for the love of God, I need you to twerk. Look, I might have to. I might have to completely twerk. Jesus. That is the dope. That is really the dopest thing.
Why isn't he twerking?
I have ever seen. That poncho kicked ass.
Hey, kid. Not now, Josh. Can't you see I'm busy watching Narrcost? I love e-girls. Are you dirty dog? Kid. Josh. Kid. Josh. Kid. Josh. Kid. What? Oh, God! How did you escape the shackles of eternity? That's supposed to shackle you! For eternity!
Well, team, it's really quite simple. I ran fast and used the power of friendship.
The power of friend... You made friends with the homeless man?
quite a sweetheart when you get to know him. We shared drinks, helped him get over the ghosts of his past, the pain and sorrow of that man and the beauty of his words. Did you know that he is a poet? I even went to his wedding.
Oh, well, that's great. Where is he anyways?
I killed him.
What? Why?
Oh, because I hated him.
But you went to his wedding.
Yes, and?
Unbelievable.
And now that he's out of the way, you stumbling, bumbling baboons are next. Will die nog voor je maat zat surf. Stin in graf, maar we zat samen op jouw zin. Slim was champagne leuk, is me net bij Lussen nog niet met. Voor snel maar ik moet stop, ze worden is niet zacht. Moest men er dus bij les afgesloten.
Shit!
Is het? Niet juist?
This game, Shush, run!
Hier is in wat je wou ik nog met mijn even slag. Ja, maar nest nu je viel kan.
Don't get the wrong idea, kid. I only did this because if you die, I kick the bucket too. But that attack, you'll never survive it. Yeah, bit of an oversight on my part. Problem with us villains, we always drop the ball when we're about to get everything we've ever wanted. You didn't have to. Shut up. You don't have a chance in hell at beating him. He's just toying with you at this point. Look at your stupid friend over there. He drank poison willingly because he thought it was root beer.
Keane, why are you talking to yourself?
Point taken. Listen, I probably have about 1 minute before my bones are turned into crushed tissue paper, so I'm gonna ask you this one time. Do you have what it takes to be great? What? You were so adamant about it when we had our little scuffle in the forest, saying that you were gonna be the best, so what's it gonna be? You know there's only room for one, and second is just best of the worst, kid. I can't. He's too strong. Just cheats his way out of every solution we have. It's not cheating. It's called an exploit. Learn your terms, dude. I know what I have to do. Good kid. Give him one hell of a show. Knock him dead. No, Dean!
Sie fand mich was nichts, das Wifi. Und echt nicht. Ja, nam sie nicht zusammen. Hier Erstens ist es Vegetation neben Feos und Bernau wie neulich mit Müllwegen wieder. Was? Du liest es. Nasa bis nouns bis belang down op nee en de geloof wat elk is en daar niets nieuws en de kwijt ja.
We will sleep with the best in us and he will sleep with neck in from the best sound low.
Many doors yet?
Is nossa sem is niet eens nog mooi niet in mij. Fall in him list. Your voice no.
Shit. Niet heet. Ik hoef te aan de blok. Hele hoop.
Het maakt mij als wat min alfalfa. Stand niet nog niet en als niet is dus nee niet snel. Was te zien, maar niet was me zo wie.
Funny looks of there, no send.
I do not look like Groose. I'm a Saiyan! A Saiyan! I have the Saiyan hair! Right? I'm Gohan, man! You gotta look like Groose. Would Groose be able to do this, huh?
Oh my god, I can't even see it.
Legend of Zelda disc.
By the power of root beer. Barks break. It's good since 1898. Barks root beer, it's good since 1898. Artificially flavored. Don't put me back in that place you put me.
No. Harry, finish yourself street food.
Josh, it's time we had a talk. You've done this twice now. You know it's gonna happen.
I've only been this once.
What do you mean? It's gonna be twice. You're gonna drink the root beer, the same thing is gonna happen to you. He's malicious. He's a little doll man.
But the Bark sponsorship.
Josh, there's no Bark sponsorship at the end of this rainbow. There's only death.
Didn't kill me last time.
It's gonna kill you this time, Josh. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna kill you.
You know what, Keane? That's a fair point.
No, Josh!
It's okay, I can still just fight you myself.
Can't run from this!
Здесь я понимаю, dass ich aufbringe. Jetzt sind wir nicht mehr in der Office, nicht wieder leisten. Sind wir auch nicht mehr. Oh, Mann!
Oh no, that's not good. Not even the great Crusader man can live in outer space. Plus, if all the people of Earth are destroyed, there won't be any news to report. Oh my god, that's it! I should have thought of it sooner! Hello, Mr. President.
Hello?
Hello, yes. I need you to make a public service announcement for everyone to smash their Philips CDIs.
Tell me when.
Now! Right now!
Autism has become an epidemic.
What? No, just please do it, Mr. President. Okay, fine, thank you. People of Nintendo and Sony, literally anything other than the Philips CDI, lend me your strength. No! I want this one to hurt.
Like I said, the next one your head comes clean off.
Everything ended up turning out all right post the World Series. Crash Bandicoot was returned to Sony. Reggie decided to finally retire when he came back. Turns out Bowser ended up not being such a bad guy after all. Who knew? Brunswick was offered his job back at Amazon, but ended up pursuing marksmanship instead. He became the first man to receive a gold medal in the Olympic musket shooting. Rumor has it he received the award after threatening a judge with a triangular bayonet.
I'm free. I'm free. I can't believe I'm free. You're dead. I'm gonna go do something really cool.
And while some fell in the cataclysmic onslaught of Philips, we must remember them as they were in life. Heroes. What's up, kid?